Hello everyone, welcome to Creating Grin, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons real-play podcast set in the homebrew fantasy world of Solaris, on the continent of Alteratus. At the table, we have the 3 players that will bring to life our adventurers. To my right, we have...
I'm Jason, playing Gorath Thunderfist, Goliath Fighter. Just really tired of being in this crammed little dwarf hole. It's time to go.
And I am Brian, playing Kel Brooks Goldfound, a human grave cleric, and I have proved my stupidity on the last fun puzzle challenge.
And I'm Katie, playing Ahri Arcalis, and she is very excited to have finally been able to loot some stuff.
And my name is Eric, and I will be your dungeon master in this chapter of our tale. Finishing looting the dwarven the dwarven vault, sorry. You have acquired 4 items. Magical items, thanks to the keen sleuthing of Gorath.
No dwarf will outsmart me.
As you have selected the items, and you have also looted the dwarven chest, that Ahri had recovered a single pouch full of something. Ahri, would you like to reveal? Or is this something you're going to keep secret, being the rogue that you are?
No, I will actually share what I have found, considering they came on this quest with me to help my friend.
Would you care to share with our listeners?
There were 15 gold pieces, 15 platinum pieces, and 13 electrum pieces. So, I
Got a
will
little
hand
bit
you
of loot
guys
there.
your share,
Ho ho ho.
which will be 5 gold, 5 platinum, and 4 electrum.
Also, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing with our listeners out there, as well as those who may be watching on YouTube, what is your current health status?
I have a 3 out of 31 possible hit points.
I have a 4 out of 22.
I am at 11 out of 22.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. There are many things and obstacles on the way out to hopefully bypass before dying. I mean, before
dying.
Before getting hurt. So, as the 3 of you finish looting and gathering these magical items, it appears to be the completion of the Dwarven Sanctuary or Dwarven Laboratory. What would you like to do?
I am also going to take one of the potions of healing that I have.
Okay.
To hopefully prevent dying.
And I will drink the potion of healing that I just received.
You can check that out on creatinggrin.com.
Fancy little bottles made by our wonderful DM.
Yes.
A whopping 5 points of healing not healing damage.
Healing damage. That's a new one.
That's a new one.
Whopping 6 for me.
Is that the damage dealt by your Warhammer?
Did you both
Blood.
add both add the +2?
Not
2d4
yet.
+2.
Correct.
Oh, ha, ha.
There you go.
I was getting there. Maybe.
Ta-da.
Potion of healing.
Heal. I'm now at 12 out of 22.
That means you're doing better than me. You can take the lead.
Oh no. One with the light.
You're the one that can see in the dark.
Valid point.
So what is your escaping order?
Escaping? That sounds bad.
Or retreating order? However you want to label it.
I'll go first.
All right. So Ahri's going to lead the way with her dark vision. Kel Brooks.
I'll go next, I guess. Or actually, no, I'll go last. I'll let Gorath go ahead of me.
Okay,
That
so...
way I can follow behind him with the light.
Okay, great. So Gorath will travel in the middle, and Kel Brooks will bring up the rear. As the 3 of you enter into the ruined Dwarven Laboratory, making your way through the different broken tables, bookshelves, etc., you'll find yourself out into the hallway of the corpse of the gibbering mouther. As you make your way towards the door that has the scorched skeleton in the center. As you enter into the teleportation hallway where the ruined teleportation dais lies at the far north.
Spin me.
And you make your way to the hole in the wall that leads to the pathway or the tunnel leading out of here. Ahri, what are you going to do?
Are those things looking at us again?
They currently are looking at you, or it feels that way as you step out of the dwarven sanctuary into the tunnel.
So creepy.
There are 3 of them, and then there is the water. Don't forget the stagnant water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and swim back
Okay,
since I swam in.
that is an athletics check.
That is a 12. 10 and 2.
12 is good. 12 is very good. Remember, you'll move half your speed once you get into the water to swim. So you'll be able to get about halfway to that point there, maneuvering around those large fungal stalks that have eyes that seemingly are looking. You do feel something on the bottom as you kind of kick that startles you as you continue to move. Gorath, you watch as Ahri begins to make her way through the stagnant water, leaving this tunnel, or heading in the direction to leave the tunnel. Kel Brooks is a light source behind you. What would you like to do, Gorath?
I'll wade through it again like I did the last time.
That is another athletics for swimming for the...
Oh, no, walk through it. I'm
wading,
sorry.
correct. That's
Yes.
my apologies. That will be another athletics, though. Ahri, if you want to go ahead and give me another athletics to see if you can complete your swim.
Mm-hmm.
And Kel Brooks, what will you be doing as Gorath starts to wade through the water?
I'm gonna wait until Gorath gets to the other side, and then I will swim through myself.
Sounds great.
That's 17, 11 plus 6.
So, Ahri, what was yours?
14, 12
All right,
and 2.
All right, perfect. You're going to make it to the other side. Yep, absolutely. Gorath, you'll make it roughly to where Ahri is, or was.
I can't move him.
He's in the wall.
Oh, you're stuck in the wall. Stupid dynamic lighting. All right, so you'll get roughly about there. You feel again that weird ground crunching beneath you. Yeah, sorry, corpse. Go ahead and give me another athletics to make it the rest of the way.
22, 16 plus 6.
Easy enough traversing. You'll maneuver past all of these stocks. All right, Kel Brooks, this is where you shine. Like literally, because you have the light.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's an 8 for my athletics.
Oh, God.
Okie dokie. So you begin to move, and when you do, you actually are going to bump into the stock that would be on your right side. And as you bump into the stock, I'm pretty sure, let me check the statistics on this, but I'm pretty sure you're going to take some damage.
Oh.
And it is... Drum roll, please. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Wait a second.
Waiting.
Patiently waiting.
Yeah.
Literally.
You will take 1 point of poison damage, and then give me a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, my Constitution saving throw is a 19, 17 plus 2.
Okay. So you do take 1 point of damage for touching and brushing against it. There is this of spores that kind of explode from it when you do bump into it and physically touch it. You are quick enough to realize I've got to move, and you will not find yourself surrounded for very long by this gaseous spores that have been expelled. You do cough a little bit, only taking the 1 point of poison, and you're able to maneuver half your speed past it. So you'll be roughly about in the middle of the drink there. And then go ahead and give me your second.
Alright, that's a lot better. That is 18 plus 2 for a 20.
Awesome. So yeah, you will continue to make it around the bend, rejoining your compatriots, Gorath and Ahri, as they look just great after swimming through stagnant water and all this muck and goo and fun stuff.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yum, yum.
Alright, we'll keep on going.
Yep.
Let's go.
Alright.
Okay. Ahri will continue to lead the way. As the escaping order has not changed, Ahri will be first, followed by Gorath, as Kel Brooks continues to march. As you guys maneuver these winding, kind of twisting tunnels, it begins to get a little confining. A little bit more uncomfortable for Gorath again. Ceilings begin to kind of drop down as the tunnel is shrinking a little bit the further you travel. Alright, you get to that point there to where you just can see around the bend on the right there. These screaming funguses are fungi.
Alright.
Put my hand on my ear. Oh, here we go again.
Earmuffs.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
remind him that these things were loud, and then I guess start to walk through.
Okay, so placing your hands over your
Earmuffs.
ears.
Yup.
You guys will have advantage on the shrieking fungus. So go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. As you can still hear them squelching and shrieking, but you have prepared for this.
Yeah, I got a 24 total. 19 plus 5.
I got a 18, 16 and 2.
I got 11.
Wow. You guys are all good. You guys perfectly fine. They continue to scream and screech as you will be able to maneuver past them easily enough, marching your way out towards daylight back into the Foreign Forest.
Woohoo!
Rounding a bend, Ahri leading the way as Gorath follows and Kel Brooks bringing the rear with the light source. Alright, let's transition back to our map. As you will find yourself topside once again. The lighting has changed. It is a little bit darker, but not completely dark. You know you've been down there for some time. The confusing part is you don't feel like you've been down there as long as the lighting is indicating. Your horses are still there.
Oh, that's good.
10.
This is a pretty significant clearing. This is a great place for your party to take a long rest if you wish, but it is a clearing in a forest with hostile creatures.
It is indeed.
One of which escaped into the forest, a direwolf, if I remember correctly.
Yup.
So what would you guys like to do at this point?
I mean,
I say we still take.
long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just set up watch.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you'll bring your horses in.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll bring the horses in.
Probably
We'll
set up underneath this tree.
do a little scavenge for some firewood.
Okay.
Feed the horses and take a break.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a survival for scavenging any type of firewood. Hopefully I did this right. We now have officially named Sam, Buttercup, and the token should read Dwarven Horse.
That's right.
All right. As they will all three be fed with the feed that you guys had provided for them. Make sure you deduce or reduce
Mm-hmm.
that. What is the survival check and who is doing it? Or is it a combination?
I got a. I can math.
I hope so.
Unnat 23, 19 and 4.
I got an 8.
I got a 9.
So all three of you guys are doing survival checks.
Yeah.
Ahri is going to come back with all the things. All the wood, all the things needed for whatever it is you need. She's going to be able to forage. She finds enough natural vegetation or fruit-bearing bushes or trees or plants throughout the foreign wood with little to no problem, as the rest of you will come back with a few twigs. Gorath has 5 berries in his hands.
Berries.
And that is going to be what happens. Ahri's the winner of this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Who wants first watch then?
I'll take first watch.
So a watch will be set with Kel Brooks taking the first,
I'll take second.
as Ahri takes the second, letting our...
I'm going to take the last.
Yeah. So describe what you want to do on your watch as your other two compatriots rest, Kel Brooks.
I'm gonna take a look at the journal I picked up.
Oh, thank goodness you did that.
Do some reading.
All right, how much time do you want to devote to the journal as far as like spending and like reading?
Probably about 2 hours. 3
Okay,
hours.
so roughly
Pretty
half
much
your watch.
most of my watch.
Okay.
I would say.
Tell you what, go ahead and give me an insight check, and yeah, give me an insight check. We'll go with that.
That'll be a 16, 11 plus 5.
All right, 16 is a great insight into the writings. It takes you, it almost draws you in. It's like a good read. You begin to read this book, and you find out that it is a journal from a Brostal ironclad, and because you're reading the journal and you're such a good insight on it, go ahead and give me a history check.
5.
Okay.
5
Good
plus
enough.
0.
Good to know it's a 5. I mean, you are going to be able to know that the more you read into this Brothstol Ironclad seems to be talking about students, seems to be talking about classwork and different spells and some of his previous adventures that he went on. And then towards the end of the journal, near the end of your watch, you begin reading something about a person named Carissa Greyroar. And he begins to jot notes and almost like he's talking to himself or trying to rationalize with himself or something to that effect, like a journal, because it's a journal. And you begin to see that this Carissa Greyroar is the president of Schools of Magic, which is located in Landgate. And there's discussion about her health, the severity of the disease or whatever it is that is causing her health to fade. There is discussion on who should be the replacement for president, the actions that should be taken. And the further you've went into this, you've deduced that this Brothstol Ironclad is a professor or was a professor amongst the school. And the writings continue on to talk about the replacement for Carissa being someone by the name of Tarmakos Greyroar. You begin to find out that Tarmakos is a professor in the school and is also married to Carissa, or her husband. When these names start popping up, I'd like for you to go ahead and give me another history check on these names.
Okay. Nope, that's a 2.
They sound familiar. It's kind of like you've heard it before, but you can't put your finger on it. They seem like they could be important names in lore or in the world or something to that effect. But to you, the watch is over. You're tired. It's time for you to pass along to the second watch to Ahri.
Yep, so I'll go over and wake Ahri up. Your turn for watch.
Okay. I did not collect a book or anything to read. So I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye out.
You mean like do your job and take a watch? That sounds like a great
do my
idea.
job.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ooh, nat 24.
Okay, so one thing you've astutely noticed, if there are creatures or when you notice them, they stay away from this area. They do not cross the area. They don't come into it. You've noticed maybe a couple wolves or creatures of nocturnal presence or predatorial nocturnal creatures. They maintain their distance and walk around it. They navigate away from it, which is a positive thing.
Interesting. I'll just check on the fire, make sure it's still burning okay.
Yep. Your watch will go smooth, uneventful, and you'll maintain the fire as you go over and nudge Gorath awake.
All right. And I will also, walk, scout, perimeter,
Do your job?
and do my job.
It's all good. It's not like there was anything happening.
Yeah.
Perception.
You can make a perception check, yes.
15.
15 is adequate. It's really good. You will maintain the fire, keeping warmth and light for comfort as well as visibility for yourself. You also will be able to notice anything you hear beyond the clearing avoids the clearing. It's not coming into the clearing at all. One thing you will notice with the 15, because you are the one, you're going to begin to notice that the body of the elven woman that was once the dryad that I'm pretty sure you took and laid at the base of the tree,
Yep.
begins to almost grow small vines or roots into the ground. Very tiny, almost as if it's trying to root itself or grow back into the earth, potentially. Other than that, your watch goes nice and easy and smooth. Everyone will maintain a long rest. And what does that mean?
Level up.
That's correct. For you listeners out there, watchers on YouTube, we level up on long rests, and they have been waiting for this. It puts them in a level 4, and I will give them a few minutes to make their adjustments. If you guys want to discuss anything, we can start, just going around the table and entertaining our listeners out there and on choices you might need to make or want to make. Sweet dice rolling for hit points.
Definitely like my help roll this time.
Well, let's start with you, Kel Brooks. You got choices to make at level 4. What type of choices do you have to make?
So at level 4, I can either do a ability score improvement or take a feat. We are doing that.
Yep.
Which I am actually going to take a feat.
Oh, is it the not a bumbling idiot feat?
No, in fact, it is I'm going to be more of a loud bumbling idiot as I am taking the heavily armored.
Oh, good. I like where this one's going.
That way I can start wearing some heavy armor to make up for my lack of dexterity.
Yeah, you can clank and clatter with the best of them there.
Exactly.
Yep, that's good stuff.
Which does also increase my strength score by 1.
Great. That's good.
Now, I am now proficient with heavy armor.
Awesome.
And then I'll also have some spells.
Awesome. Well, don't tell us what those spells are going to be. Keep those a surprise for those listeners when you use those cool tricks of yours. Here on Crit and Grin, we roll for our hit points. Do you want to share what you rolled and what your new hit point value is with us?
Of course. I rolled a 7, actually.
That's good for you.
That is very good, because I have a D8, so that will actually bring me up to a total of 31.
That's really good.
With my Constitution score.
If you would update your token whenever you get a chance on the screen to reflect that, I'm going to move on to Ahri. See what choices she has made.
I get to increase 1 ability score of my choice by 2, or increase 2 by 1.
Awesome.
So, or I can choose a feat.
What choice are you going to make?
Have not decided yet.
Uh-oh, undecided. Do you need a few moments to decide? Let me go over to Gorath.
Yeah.
Gorath!
Gorath is still figuring out if he's taking a feat or if he's taking...
Oh, it's the feat or the modifier improvements getting everybody here.
Just trying to make sure I've done HP right, because I am bad about that.
So, all you do is the number that currently exists in your HP, where it says amount rolled, you just add whatever value you want.
Okay, I did do it right then. Good to know.
It's awful quiet.
It is.
It's very hard to do on a podcast. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this, there's a lot of choices and critical pathways that you can take when you level your character up. Some of them can be very beneficial, some of them can be crucial. So these players here are deep in thought, trying to make their choices, making sure they make the right pathway so that they don't end up in the ground, meeting the matron of death, or the matron.
I will.
Your goddess there.
I will take Great Weapon Master.
Okay, he's going to make the choice to take Great Weapon Master. Shall serve him well with his Warhammer.
Yes.
Excellent.
And then I rolled an 8.
Oh, plus you get to add your Constitution modifier.
So my max hit points should be 42 now.
Excellent, 42. That's great.
At least that's what B&B Dion has told me.
Okay, that's good. Ahri, have you made that choice yet? Have you figured out your path?
No.
Okay, take your time, no rush. It's not like we have a podcast or a YouTube channel to run here.
I'm doing my best.
People are sitting in their cars, listening on their phones or other smart devices.
You know what?
I know. No pressure.
There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I know it. You should try being on this end of the table. There's a lot. There's a lot to do.
Oh yes.
Feel free to leave those comments, smash that like button on YouTube, and please subscribe. Help us grow. Help us become well known in the D&D community. And if you listeners out there want to, you can support us too by donating any type of monetary value you wish to help us improve our video, audio, quality, etc. Make this show better, or make it not bad, however you want to look at it.
I am going to do the Observant feat.
Ah, the Observant feat.
Which will increase my intelligence or wisdom by 1.
Excellent.
If I can see a creature's mouth while it's speaking a language I understand, I can interpret what it's saying by reading its lips, and I have a +5 bonus to either passive, wisdom, and passive intelligence scores.
Okay, interesting. That shall serve the rogue very well.
So I'm gonna do.
And did you determine your hit point value yet? Or is that still a work in process?
No, I am now up to 29.
Excellent. The party has grown. They feel invigorated and healthier as they wake up. Almost as if they are a completely new person. As daylight is upon you, what would you all like to do in the clearing of this petrified tree of the foreign wood?
Leave.
Yep.
I would like to leave.
I think that would be best. You still have the tuning fork, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's hit that so we can find the proper path out of here.
Oh,
That is
excellent.
A genius idea.
Excellent, excellent. Do you have an inspiration point still?
I do not.
You can earn one. That's a good one. I like that. Use that tuning fork now that you know what it's for.
Yeah.
So, Kel Brooks, you will, I'm assuming, mount Buttercup
Yep.
and gather the things that you need to gather. You will, so let's say, you strike the tuning fork on maybe the horn of your saddle there. It vibrates. You begin to see the glowing blue runes on the tree that creates the pathway to lead you out, giving you advantage on your animal handling check as well as your survival check to navigate from the foreign wood. So each one of you give me an animal handling check, and I'm assuming, Kel Brooks, you're going to lead the way.
Sure.
Yep. Go ahead and give me that survival check with advantage. Advantage on the animal handling check for everybody too.
Okay.
Just make sure you do that.
Oh, advantage?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yep.
It's a net 20 for animal handling.
And Gorath has bonded well with his dwarven horse.
That is a 16 for me.
As Sam is taking well to Ahri.
An 11 for me.
As Buttercup is a little bitter for having to wait out, but we'll cooperate.
Bitter
we'll
cup.
cooperate. Bitter cup. That's a good one.
Bittercup.
Hashtag bitter cup. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
And then
navigating the pathway intended.
advantage on. I gotta make a survival check first, still.
You
correct?
sure do. With
Alright.
advantage.
Woo! Thankfully, advantage. Survival will be 11 plus 3 for a 14.
That's good. That's good. The pathway is relatively straightforward and leads you out within no time. Less than a couple hours, you're out beyond the forest line there. And you will find that it is bright and sunny day. You can continue to travel easily as the pathway is pretty straightforward. It will take you roughly a day with the navigating skills and the rolls that you made. You guys will get there towards late evening as you will arrive right back to Key Village. Sun has set. Night is beginning to take hold, just like the very first time you were here. Where would you guys like to travel? Let me get you a token just so we can keep track of it for our followers on YouTube.
Well, we left Rowan at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Should probably head there.
Yeah. Going to the Lock and Key Inn would be a good place to start.
Good start. All right, here is your token. Let's expand it. Potion of growth. There you go. You should be able to control that token, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
And you can. So you can position that token where you wish to travel. Your animal handling skills have improved well enough. You will not need to make one traveling down Urchin's Pass. As you pass the Skeleton Key Tavern, continuing past Brahm's Goods, and make your way to the Lock and Key Inn once again, as you will dismount your horses and you will tie them to the nearby hitch.
Yes.
Alright, and then head on in.
All right, so you move to the Lock and Key Inn, make your way into the inn.
Woohoo.
All right.
There's Sendra and Rowan
Sendra?
sitting next to each other.
That's not
Or no,
Sendra.
that's not Sendra.
That's not
Oh,
Sendra.
That's not
Yoketh.
Sendra. No, it's not even Yoketh, man.
There you
I'm gonna hide behind you.
It is Yoketh. I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
That is
Okay.
Well.
Oh,
Yeah, there's Yoketh.
I'm still gonna hide behind you just in case.
There we go. I'll just, for convenience, we'll turn on so everybody can see. So you will see Rowan as he seems very comfortable. His stone feet plopped up onto the wooden coffee table as he is resting or sitting comfortably on one of those red velveted couches as you see Yoketh serving him up what appears to be a nice cup of ale. There's a few platters or empty plates that are resting on the coffee table as he lets out a little bit of a burp. He has bits of food and things mangled into his beard, and he seems to be pleasantly happy as his eyes and face light up at the sight of the three of you. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna head on over. I'm assuming you have all of the things we collected, Kel Brooks?
Sure. Yeah, I'll have carried them all. Why not?
Kel Brooks, before you move over in that direction, Yankus is sitting at the table. He's going to look at you and he says, welcome back. You've come see me, is what he'll say.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
As
All right.
Gorath and Ahri will continue to make their way over.
Oh, I know where Gorath is going. Right there.
Alright.
So Gorath will choose the opposing couch on the opposite side, or the southern location of this inn, as he plops down in that red velveted couch, and I'm assuming plops his feet up on that coffee table.
I will do that.
Excellent. Ahri, you will continue to make your way over towards Rowan. Kel Brooks, you make your way to the front desk where Yankus is sitting. You'll watch as Yankus reaches underneath his desk and begins to pull up something large and heavy and plops it on top of the table. It looks like a box or something to that point. There seems to be a small little note or letter attached to the top of the box. Sendra was here quite some time ago and wanted me to give this to you when you returned, is what he'll say.
Quite some time ago. It's only been a few days.
No, it's been much longer than a few days.
What do you mean?
It's been over a week. Nearly a 10-day. We're on the 9th day.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Is everything okay? You seem a little off.
No, everything's fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, yes, for you.
Thank
and he'll
you.
slide it over. Can I interest you into a room, perhaps?
Yes, we will need 2 additional rooms. Has Rowan been staying here the entire time?
He has, and I do have his bill.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Great. Yes, he will be staying. We'll be taking that room for at least one more night.
Oh, excellent. And he will take out a piece of parchment that he has out of his log book there and begins to...
Long, lengthy bill.
Yeah.
Ahri's gonna have to pay for.
Dips that quill into that money inkwell there and scratches in more numbers on that piece of parchment.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll Ahri will be over to settle that up.
Oh,
here.
that's good.
Yep.
And then, so for the other 2 rooms, it's, what is it again? 6 gold? Or,
yes.
or,
That,
no, 6 silver, or how many
I could... 3 electrum for a room is fine, that's what he'll say. Or, I believe it was 6 gold.
Yeah. I thought it was 6 silver.
Oh, 6 silver. My apologies. You are correct. So that would make it, I believe, actually...
Tell you what, here's 3 gold for the additional 2 rooms for tonight, as well as food and drink.
Oh, thank you very much. I have your previous room still available. Would you completely missed that. Would you?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Would you like them back, or
Yes,
would you like a
those-
different room?
Those rooms would be perfectly fine.
Excellent.
Yes, and then a platter for my Goliath friend and some chicken. If you have red meats. No, okay. And then a platter of everything for my Goliath friend.
I just sold the last bit of red meat to Rowan. He's been quite the consumer of red meat these past 9 days.
All right.
Sorry, no.
That's fine. I'll do some chicken and some chicken for Ahri, I guess. That'll be great.
Okay, I will put in the order.
Thank you. I will grab the box and start making my way over there.
Okay. Ahri, as you approach your mentor, friend, father figure, whatever he is to you, Yoketh will move away, collecting 2 platters or plates. As Kel Brooks, you finish up your conversation, Yoketh approaches. He passes on the information for the chicken platters and the ales and everything like that, and she just says, oh, sheesh. And she's going to make her way back into the kitchen area. Hey, you've made it back, young one. I hope you have something for me. With a big smile on his face as he wipes the crumbs and bits of food from his beard.
We do. I believe Kel Brooks has it.
As Kel Brooks will make his way up.
That's a large
Something
box you've
for
got
me
there.
you have, Soul Shepherd?
Yes. I'll set the box on the table and go into my backpack and pull out the amulet.
His face lights up like a child at Christmas time. Oh, you found it. By the gods. Oh, he starts trying to extend his stone hands like, give me, is what he does. He doesn't say that, obviously. He's just kind of reaching for it.
I'll hand it over and say, 10 days it's been.
What?
It's been nine days, 9 long days of ale and red meat, is what he'll say loud enough for Gorath.
I thought we were gone like 3 days.
No.
They've got red meat.
So you have a platter coming.
Yes.
Yes, 9 days it's been.
Well, yes, 9.
What?
Yeah,
9 days.
The hell was that tunnel then?
It's only been 3 weeks.
I forgot to tell you, when you travel into the foreign wood, time works differently in the Fae, is what he'll say.
That would have been good to know. We had an appointment set.
Oops.
Also, I didn't realize that the Fae bled through into the Thornwood Forest.
Well, have you ever been to the foreign wood?
No,
Is that your first trip?
It is.
Surprise! Is what he'll say.
Thanks, Rowan. That's super helpful.
He begins to study the amulet. He puts the amulet on. He begins to kind of hold it and look at it as he seems to be doing something with the amulet. For listeners out there that play D&D, he is trying to attune to the amulet.
Also, Ahri, we have, yes, it's been 9 days. There's a decent bill.
Yes, there is a bit of a bill. But you're good for it, right? Is what he'll say as he looks to you. Rowan.
I suppose. What's in the box?
I don't know yet.
I know Sendra left it.
Yes, it was left by Sendra. She probably already left to go and find El Mesa.
She's gonna be so mad.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she was a little mad.
Rowan, you're not helping right now.
I'm sorry, I will continue to stare at my stone amulet.
You do that.
I will.
Do you want to open the box?
Yeah, I'm gonna head down and plop down next to Gorath, put the box on the table there, and open it up.
Okay. You begin to open up the box, and what you see inside the box is your mace. But your mace looks a little extra special. It's a little different. It might be a little cleaner, a little sharper. You're not certain, but it's there. It's yours.
Okay.
There was a note, right?
Was there a note?
There was, on top of the box.
Alright, I will take a look at this note on top of the box.
You open it up. You break the seal, the wax seal, and you begin to pull out the note. It is written by Sendra. As it reads, or you begin to read, "Sorry for not being here. I couldn't wait any longer. I needed to travel to find Almaseth. It's been far too long. I did want to give you this back. Thank you for the use of it. It's been modified slightly, potentially to help you a bit. The balance should be just right, and the damage inflicted should be a little bit better, with a surprise." And it says, Sendra.
Okay.
Kel Brooks, what you have in your hand is a +1 mace, as either she has known someone, or she has paid for, or something, to improve your mace to a +1 weapon. And for the listeners out there, +1 weapons count as magical weapons on attacking certain creatures that have resistance to certain types of damages. And we all know Kel Brooks could use the help with hitting and killing things.
Yes.
And not die.
So he will get a +1 added to his attack rolls as well as damage rolls because of the weapon's new statistics.
I will go up to Yangiff and pay that bill.
Oh,
Yankiss.
You've come to pay the tab?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. It'll be 4 gold pieces.
Oh, right.
Your friend is quite the drinker, and he sure does love red meat. We finally got that shipment about a day after you left, and he cleaned us out.
I'm sure Gorath will be thrilled about that.
Well, he likes chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just 4 gold, yes? No?
Yes, and I'll
Okay.
hand over the 4 gold.
Excellent. He will take the gold and he will deposit it into his treasury, where he keeps all of his coin for people that rent his rooms.
Steal it. I'm not gonna steal it.
Okay.
Gorath, you're waiting, you're looking, you're comfortable. You see this mace of Kel Brooks, which looks exceptionally clean, sharp. You see him read a note. You watch Ahri. Walk up to the front desk. Deposit coin. Quite a bit of coin. You see Rowan. Happy. Full. Satisfied. Studying an amulet. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna nudge Kel Brooks. So, what you got there?
So did you hear when I was talking to Ahri or Yankus? It's been 10 days.
Okay.
Sendra left. She got tired of waiting for us.
Oh, go follow her.
Yes, we will. And she gave me back my mace.
It looks shiny.
It is very shiny. She sharpened it and cleaned it up, and yeah.
What was on the note?
It said that essentially she couldn't wait any longer. She is heading to find Almesa, and she cleaned up the mace as I could use the little extra help.
You could. yeah, you could. All right. So, most important thing: when are we getting food?
It's already been ordered. It'll
As
be coming out.
You
probably
will
in
look
about-
to see Yokoth making away with 2 large trays holding some platters of food and ale.
Right now.
Right.
Bad news.
What?
You only get 1 platter.
As she will slide the heavy tray onto the table, and you will see an assorted spread of chicken and ale like you had last time, Gorath.
Good. Where's the red meat?
We're out of red meat, is what Yokoth will say.
Why are we out of red meat?
She points over him, and she points right over to Rowan, and as he starts rubbing his belly, oh, my stomach.
I'm gonna hold the fork, and I'm just gonna slowly, just bend the fork in my hand.
Give me a strength check, just raw strength.
That is a 17.
And the fork will bend, easily, just right over.
You were telling me there was red meat here,
We got our shipment in about a day after you left.
and that one over there ate it all.
He ate quite a bit of it, yes. He said it was on her, and he looks over towards Ahri.
I'm just gonna shake
Here's
my
your
head.
ale, and she will take her tray and begin to walk away.
I think we're gonna fight Rowan.
Please do not fight my friend.
I think Ahri would be mad.
I'm
At
just gonna
least wait until he has the use of his
I'm
hands.
just gonna eat chicken, and I'm gonna stare at Rowan.
It's like you just can't never look away at him and just eat. Yeah.
Okay.
Ahri, anything you would like to do as you're over at Rowan after paying that hefty bill?
I'm gonna look at him and be like,
Oh, my stomach. I shouldn't have ate so much steak.
I don't. Yeah, you racked up a hefty find there.
Yeah, the brisket is delicious.
I'm not made of money, you know.
I mean, you offered, is what he'll say.
I also didn't know we were gonna be gone for 10 days.
Well, I didn't either. I figured, a day up, a day back, and everything is great.
Yeah, apparently not.
What did you run into that cost you 9 days? Anything in specific? I mean, I know you were in the foreign wood and all, and it does take some time, but...
The weird, creepy tunnel, I guess.
Oh, do tell, a weird, creepy tunnel?
Underneath the petrified tree, there was a tunnel to get to the dwarven vault.
Oh, that sounds like an adventure. You should jot that down in a book and sell that. No? Okay.
Probably shouldn't.
Right.
Maybe under a pseudonym.
As you sit there and chat with him for half an hour to almost an hour, you will watch as the stone amulet begins to glow. It changes from stone to gold, and his hands and feet return to flesh and blood. But the runes that are carved or placed onto his hands and feet are still there glowing, but he begins to move his fingers slowly as they kind of crack and pop, but he's excited. But they're very stiff as he begins to try to articulate them a little bit better. Oh, Ahri, it's been quite some time. Do you see this? My hands have returned.
I do see it.
Yes, is what he'll say. And he starts to take the amulet off, and as he does, they begin to stiffen. And he's like, what's going on? And he puts the amulet back on, and they return to flesh and blood. Oh, I see. And he will begin to find a place to tuck the amulet in.
I guess with those runes on your hands.
This is only
Cursed.
a temporary fix, then.
Well,
It's better than nothing, though.
you'll probably still have to stay in this area then.
We'll test the boundaries a little later, but for now, come here, and he'll give you a big hug.
I will return his hug.
Right. Now, what do we steal?
Ah!
What did you get? You have to have gotten something down there.
I don't know, some items. I didn't know what they were for.
Ooh, do tell.
There was like a metal rod,
Ooh, yes, sounds familiar.
a weird looking pot,
Okay, that's lame.
cloak.
Ooh, cloaks are good. A lot of magic wielders like cloaks around here.
I think that
Do you
was
have
it.
the items?
I do not.
Oh, can you acquire the items?
Well, my friend has the items.
I mean, we could use that money, we could do our own thing, put the old gang back together.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, you might be right. Perhaps I should have learned my lesson as he looks at his hands. Old habits do die hard, young one, as you'll come to find out.
And besides, I think we're going on a mission to save the world or something, so...
That's lame. But, you know, you do your own thing. You to each his own, yeah.
Maybe you can find something else to do that's more on the legal side.
That's also lame. But I will try to keep low and stay out of trouble. Maybe I'll touch base with a few old friends and...
I don't want to have to bail you out, 'cause I don't think that'll work. Really work.
Well, but anyway, it's good to see you and be able to spend some time with you again, for sure. How soon are you setting out? First in the morning? Are you going to be around here a while? Can we, get a drink?
I'll have to talk to Kel Brooks and Gorath. I'm not sure what the plan is right now.
They seem like good folk, Ahri. They really do. You deserve that. I wish I could have given you more than what I could, both you and your sister, but I was unable to do so. And for that I apologize.
You did the best you could with what we had. I don't blame you,
Right.
but
Kel Brooks, Gorath, anything you guys would like to do while this conversation is taking place? Gorath, your teeth are hurting. You're grinding them so hard on the chicken meat.
I'm just eating, staring,
Yep.
drinking.
Yep. His eyes, Kel Brooks, they never leave.
move.
He takes
Barely
the
even
ale,
blinks.
it just rolls down his face. He doesn't care, doesn't wipe it, just continues to focus.
Alright, well,
I'm not listening to the conversation because I'm just chomping away.
There's a few bones, like chicken bones, that are left in there that he might crack or snap as he's chewing.
careful eating there.
Uh-huh.
We have our rooms,
You do have your rooms, yeah.
so we can rest up and then head out tomorrow to follow up and try and catch up with Sendra.
Yeah, we need to catch up to her.
Yes.
Especially since you said it was 10 days. Oops.
Yes.
It is her fault. I mean, if she would have came with us, it probably would have gone faster.
possibly.
I don't think that's how it works.
Trust me.
It's a scary concept.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Is this where you're going to take your long rest and start your quest the next morning?
We should probably get supplies before we leave again.
Would be
Oh,
smart, yeah.
Which
I'm assuming Brahms Goods?
Rob.
I still will not be able to go in there,
That's
probably.
going to be awesome.
I'm just gonna hide.
Well, the rest of the evening will go smoothly. Gorath will eat away his sorrow as he will clear his plate. He will clear the remnants of your platter, whatever may be left. Kel Brooks, and he continues to stare down Rowan the entire time as Rowan continues to just go about his business. He will retire to his room late in the evening as the three of you will also gather your belongings, your keys, make your way to your rooms, and turn in for the evening, getting a rest, preparing to travel the next morning to catch up with Sendra and find the South Mace, but getting supplies at Brahm's Goods first.
I would also like to head down to Albus's place and have him take a look at this pot.
Okay, would you like to do that before the long rest or after the long rest?
After.
Okay, alright.
That way we don't wake him up. We
Alright.
can go to him in the morning.
With that all being said, I think this is a good place for us to end our chapter of our tale.